Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This week, I want to talk to you a little bit about tennis elbow and carpal tunnel. When I was doing competitive powerlifting, one of the biggest obstacles I had in bench pressing was tennis elbow. The exercises I'm going to show you today are exactly how I reduced that problem, and I never had to deal with it again. So we're going to focus today on the root cause of why that happened. This is not about just exercise. If you're someone that's dealing with this issue, watch and learn. The real root cause of why you're having this issue is actually coming out of your shoulder. The shoulder rotates across the spine. And with today's lifestyle, many times we find that we're in stuck positions for a long time, like this. Now look at this. This shoulder is over to the side here. It's not in a good position. I'm hunched over. It could be many, many reasons why that shoulder is not rotating like it should. So we're going to do 2 exercises today. And we're going to look to make some changes. You will need either a posture block like this, or I would get 2 decorator pillows or a big pillow and fold it over. The best thing you could do is have, there's about 6 inches of distance there when I put that between my knees. And I have my knees locked in pretty secure with this. Feet are straight ahead, they're not splaying out. Reason being is I want to keep my hips stable because the shoulders are related and work with the hips. The first thing we're going to start with on the wall is what we call elbow curls. And before I go to the wall and demonstrate, I'll come closer to the camera so you can see my hands. You see how I've curled them over and they're touching the inside. My fingertips are touching. And I am actually at a true parallel with my head. See? My thumbs are down and they are not touching my face. If I'm not at this position and I'm here, I wouldn't even waste my time doing the exercise because you won't get any value. The idea behind this is we're going to pull those elbows together. Now you can see I do not have a lot of range of motion in this particular movement. If I turn my hands because I'm not paying attention to myself, look what happens. Yeah, I can touch my elbows together, but nothing is occurring on those elbows. So we're going to start. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put those pillows between your knees, and I want you to have a nice grip. You don't have to hold it tight. If you put the pillows between the legs and position the feet, you should be able to, it'll hold itself there without having to physically think about pushing your knees together. You're going to go ahead and stand up straight. You're going to put your hands, you're going to curl them like this. My tips of my fingers are touching my inside of my hand and my thumbs are down. Now we're going to do 12 of these elbow curls. And while you're doing them, I want you to think about what each side feels like. I can already tell you when I do that exercise, my left side is not moving the same as my right. After you're done with the first 12, then we're going to do the next exercise. When you do this, we won't use the block for this one, but you're going to put your hands, and I'll come over here. I'm going to spread my fingers apart like that on the wall. And I'm going to put my wrist directly across from my shoulder joint, so I look straight. My feet are straight ahead. They are not splayed out. I'm not leaning in. I'm not pushing out. I'm nice and straight. And I'm going to begin turning my elbow up to the ceiling and down towards the floor. So the inside of the elbow right here should be turning up and turning down like that. We're going to do that 20 times on one side. Some of you are going to be challenged by this, and you're going to feel like you can't get it to move at all. Don't give up. I see people say, oh, I can't do this. Yeah, you can. When I started this, I couldn't get any movement. So you're going to do 20 on one side. Then you're going to do the other side. Feet hip width apart again, standing up straight. Fingers spread apart, hand on the wall. And you're probably noticing when you put your hands on the wall that you're feeling some pulling around in those ligaments and that so forth in that hand. That's telling you right there, there's some tension. And fingers are spread apart. I've got my palm, everything on the wall, looking straight ahead. And I'm going to do another 20, going up and then rotating down. Like I said, this can be a big challenge for somebody who's really stuck back there, especially if you've got tennis elbow and it's really making your life not very good. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go back to that wall and we're going to do another set of elbow curls. Like I said, secure your pillows or your block so that your feet are straight ahead. You don't want one ahead of the other. I've got my heels against the wall. I'm looking straight ahead. And I'm going to do this another 12 times. Now, you can increase how many times you do this. You want to go up to 20, 25, that's fine. When you do this, already from having done what we call chest openers, and having done another set of the elbow curls, I already have better range of motion, because what happens is those muscles begin to realize, okay, they're going to go to work, and they start to activate, and we're able to move them. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to come back to the wall, but this time you're going to keep that block between your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. You don't want to be leaning in like this. You don't want to be leaning back. So you're going to have to make sure you're perfectly straight. I'm going to look at the camera and I'm straight. My hands are out, same position. They're the same on the wall. You don't want it like this. You don't want one out here. You want your hands shoulder width apart. Now, I don't have very big shoulders, so this is it for me. And you're going to do the same thing. This time, you're going to do 30 of these chest openers. And you'll feel your hand is going to try to get out of working. It's going to want to come off that wall. So you're going to do 30 of those. So now you've done a set of unilateral chest openers. You've done 2 sets of your elbow curls. And we finalize with both hands doing chest openers. What I would do is, if you want to try this out, I would have the video near you, maybe on your phone, so you can pause it when I give you the directions. Once again, it's 10 elbow curls, 20 unilateral chest openers each side. Go back and do 10, although you can do up to 25 if you want, elbow curls. And then you're going to finish with both hands on the wall and the block between your knees. This should give you a little bit of heads up on exactly how important it is to keep that range of motion in our shoulders. And our shoulders were designed to move, but we tend to sit in these positions and for long periods of time, and things basically go into lockdown. If you find that this exercise is helpful to you, shoot me a text or an email and let me know. I'd love to hear your input. If you're interested in going a step further, schedule a free postural assessment. You can do it in person or on Zoom. And let's do a discovery on that. Let's find out why you're having pain and what is actually affecting that, because it may not be where the symptom is. Most of the time it's not. So this will give you an opportunity to look at this from a different point of view. Please like and share my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it if you would send these videos to someone that you think it's going to be of value for. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a wonderful week and stay out of shoulder pain by moving that shoulder and get rid of this tennis elbow or carpal tunnel. Go have a great life, because I can tell you, I have no carpal tunnel anymore, and both sides were extremely affected from the bench pressing. Now, nothing. And that's including the bench pressing, so I don't have to worry anymore. So you can change things. I look forward to seeing you next week, and thank you.